How you doing?
Well, I mean, this is what, the umpteenth time you've played Batman. Do you approach him differently each time, or do you feel like you've got this down and you just show up, roll out of bed?
No, the trick for me has been to keep it real, to keep it authentic, and to keep it fresh. It's not about approaching it differently. It's just about being sure I don't get into some kind of comfort zone where it's not Batman anymore, you know what I mean? And the great thing about Andrea Romano is she's so good at working with actors. She can keep you honest and keep you authentic without hitting you over the head with a hammer. You know what I mean? She loves actors. She started out as an actress when she was very young, and she understands the way actors approach roles. She tries not to give you line readings. Because if you give an actor a line reading, it can be the death of the line. Because then they're just going to imitate what you've said. And once they've heard the way you say it, it's hard to get it out of your head, no matter how hard you try. So rather than give the line reading, you always try to steer the actor. You say, well, think about this, well, think about that. Try and get them to get there on their own, so that it's an organic sound. And she knows that about how to interpret it. If you deal with a less experienced director, they'll just give you the line and say it like this, you know, and then it's dead as soon as they do that. So she knows how to work with them, and so that's been great. And as I say, the challenge for me has been just to keep it fresh, keep it real.
Is there a different approach for you because this is more video game continuity versus what you had done, obviously, for a decade or so as animated?
Video games are so much harder to do than the shows. They're just, it's, my God, it's, I can't tell you.
It sounds like, yeah.
It's brutal. It's so much harder to keep it alive and fresh.
So was it a relief then you got to kind of do another Arkham or the Arkham Asylum universe, but not have to do the grueling video game side of it? Kind of show up, do the voice acting that you're probably more familiar with.
Yeah, it's much easier to deal with because you have other actors you're dealing with and you're bouncing things off of them. Acting's like playing ball. You toss the ball, they toss it back. You toss the ball, they toss it back. You give as much as you take from the other actors. In games, you're alone in a booth 4 hours at a time, day after day after day after day, month after month, for over a year. It takes forever to build a game. And keeping it real, and keeping it fresh, and keeping every line, I just did a week of it. I just up until last night I was in the booth, and I'm just it's mind bending. It's really it's hard to describe to people how difficult it is to create those games because you're alone.
So how do you feel about it after you're done, when you listen to it?
Well, that's the rewarding part. You see the game, and you realize I was a part of that.
Yeah.
I contributed to that, and it's incredible. And it's this great creation. The process is brutal, but the result is so wonderful.
And how did it feel to be like the voice of Batman for a whole generation? So like for me, growing up with Batman in the 82, it's like you are my Batman. And you know, how does it feel to be someone who brought?
It's such a trip because to me, you know, I started it 23 years ago. I'm a little older than you, so 23 years is, you know, a chapter in my life. But I meet people now who are 23, and they're like, you know, you're the only voice I know as this character, and I think, God, that's their whole experience of this character is my brainwashing, you know? Such power!
Kevin, I was curious. For many years, the guy that was defined as the Joker to your Batman was Mark Hamill, and in this project, it is Troy Baker.
Yeah.
I think he's tremendous. What did you think of getting to hear his Joker and what he brings to the table?
It's such a great example of how different actors can interpret a role. Because I didn't think anyone would ever be as good as Mark Hamill. And then I saw Heath Ledger, and I thought, oh my God, this is a whole nother take on Joker, and it's brilliant. And then they told me Troy Baker was going to do it, and I thought, well, we'll see what this. And then he came in with a whole wonderful other approach to it. They're all, it's the same character, so there's a great similarity to them, but the life is breathed in from a different person, so they bring a different perspective to it. It's like the way the studio decided not to have one person do Batman in all the live action franchise, which I thought was an odd decision at first, but then it was so interesting to see Michael Keaton's version versus Christian Bale's version versus, George Clooney. I mean, it's all been so different. People have different favorites, but it's all been Batman, and it's all a different take on Batman. It's been so interesting to see how different actors breathe life differently into a character. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Am I done?